Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. On Dow Jones, it's down over 1%, Nasdaq going down 0.58%, S&P going down 0.74%, and Russell going down the most 1.45%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500, and you can see pretty much everything in deep red today. On top, communication services, technology, consumer cyclical, healthcare, consumer defensive, financial. On bottom, energy, basic materials, industrials, utilities, and real estate. So what we got here on stock market map. Now, first of all, let me show you guys some things. UNH, a big name from healthcare, down almost 4%. Industrials, look at this. Big names, Boeing, RTX, you got LMT, then you got Caterpillar, all are down on the day. Energy sector, Chevron, XOM, both are down on the day. Then we got Tesla flat, Amazon flat, Meta down over 1%. Google down 0.35%, Apple flat, Microsoft down 0.27%. But despite the sell-off, what happened on Nvidia stock, putting in another fresh new all-time high. Now we all know that there are catalysts here in this market where market goes up, goes down. And what are those like big catalysts that we're seeing recently? Well, FOMC is one, CPI, PPI, some of these speakers from Fed, like Jay Powell, and then we got earnings. And these are big events where market actually moves. But I think right now, and I can say this clearly, that it does not matter anymore. CPI, PPI, bullish data, bearish data, it does not matter anymore. Only thing that matters in this market, one stock, Nvidia. And you can see how this thing is holding up this entire market. I've been trading for 20 plus years. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Meta, these are the biggest names. We got, big names like Caterpillar, XOM, Chevron. These are big names. UNH, Walmart, Costco. These are also big names. But who cares? These are just names. Only thing that can actually move the market, well, Nvidia stock. I mean, we saw almost 1% gap down this morning. And from there, Triple Q almost turning green. Now, reason for talking about all these big names and comparing with Nvidia, well, only thing I can say guys, nothing goes up forever. And Nvidia, the way this thing is going up, it's the same way this name Tesla went up just a couple years ago. And you can see for an example what's happening. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Nvidia is the best company and nothing will ever happen. Well, that is what we heard before on Tesla. Yes, these are two different companies, but these are big names. And Tesla was there. It was running 100, 150, 200 a day. And now you can see barely can break out of this small tiny mini downtrend. And if there is a breakout, this thing comes back the next day. So, right now, yeah, things are pushing higher on Nvidia stock, but things cannot just go higher. At some point, you're going to see massive pullbacks. And if that happens, I just wonder what's going to happen to this market, guys. Let me know your thoughts down on that in the comment section. Now, we haven't actually talked about CME, Fed's watch tool right here. It was pricing in like 5-6 rate cuts this year, and so far that's not happening. We may be getting just one, or maybe nothing, guys. And if that happens, well, market only got a 5% pullback and then came back up and hitting a fresh new all-time high. Now, at some point, are we going to see this market actually pricing in there is no rate cuts for this year? And they're gonna hold it higher and longer. And if that happens, why the market just going up and why the market just kept pumping and hitting all-time highs? And it's not because like I want to see the market go down or you want to see the market go down. It's just not healthy where we don't get any opportunities in the market. Yes, you can buy at the top because someone, like for an example, guys, someone was asking today to buy something at pretty much right at the top. Like I actually took puts, and he goes like, hey, can I buy calls right up here? I actually took puts, and now that stock is down like $7 from where I actually got in. So this is how people feel. But is it actually good? You go and buy and chase at the top? Well, not in my book. So if you're chasing, that is a really bad way of trading, and you can lose a ton of money where you get a correction, market comes down at least 10-15%, at least 10%, I would say, and you go in and you buy something. Guess what? When you buy things that are oversold, that are down 10% at least in the market, there's more chances of you going long and making that money. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Now, if you're chasing at all-time highs and you think, oh, this guy talking about not buying anything, not getting enough opportunities, well, he's a bear. No, I'm not a bear. I'm not a bull. I'm talking about what things should be happening and what we should be getting here in this market, where things are nice and healthy for us to buy and hold. You cannot just buy and chase everything at the top, because yes, there might be another all-time high. You might get lucky to make some more money, but that is just not the way you can go and trade and make money, because your money, you need to keep it safe. And the way to keep it safe when the market is coming down and you go long, especially when you see things are oversold, like I called out just a couple weeks ago when market came down 5%, and even before that, back in October, I called out where market was coming down, and I was saying, it was extremely oversold, time to go long. But right now, hitting all-time highs multiple times, and people are talking about buying the dip on top, and that is just not healthy. You can lose a ton of money by doing that, guys. On triple Q, it's down 0.70%. So we got something similar that happened before. We got this bearish engulfing candle, some consolidation inside this candle, and then a breakdown. And we saw that 5% pullback all the way down here on triple Q 413. And that is what's happening right now. We got this bearish engulfing candle, and now we're getting some inside candles and not really going anywhere. Today is a down day, but also it's above bottom of this candle, which is at what, 452. So if things are looking good, then we should be going above 460. In that case, it's bullish and things will push higher up to 467. Now, here's the tricky part. If we actually take out this low, which is like 451.87 to 452, in that case, immediately you're going to see a retest of this high right here, previous all-time highs, 449.50, and then immediately just below that, this gap, 446.47. So watch out for that. I mean, we have no confirmation, and right now the only confirmation I can give you, look at this, 456.69, rising 5-day moving average, and now it's trading at 456.44. So that is something to watch. Triple Q trading under 5-day moving average, we can possibly get down to this low down here, 449.50, and maybe even down to this gap, 446.47. On SPY ETF, it's down 0.70%, and now I think it's down because of CRM just releasing earnings and taking a massive beating. So some of these things are down right now. And SPY ETF, definitely you can see more weakness right here. And how? Look at the 5-day, it's not positive slope anymore. Even 13 is kind of flattening out right here. And looks like it's barely holding just above this gap, guys. This is gonna be a key level to watch right here, 523.83. Below that, you're going to see a dump off down to 520, and this is where bulls needs to hold right here. And if you look at my screen also, that this bearish engulfing candle, we're almost taking out this low down here, guys, 524.92. If that's out, next up, gap fill reversal from here, or a big dump off can bring down SPY ETF down to 520, 517 to 516, 50 SMA, and then this gap easily 512.55. Now to the upside, we need to get over 528. And today, there was a rejection off of this 13 SMA right here, 527.35 to 528. We need to get over that level. and only above that you're going to see continuation to the upside 530 and then possibly retesting 533 and then 535. On DIA, it's down 1%, and CRM actually holds a lot of weight on Dow Jones, and you can see now it's down. Dow Jones also coming down 0.71% and almost actually pretty much under the gap right here, guys. So DIA actually coming down and filling this gap. What we saw, gap still remains on SPY ETF and also on QQQ, and you can see already it's giving us that signal. I mean, look at this, guys. Bearish engulfing candle, we broke under, and now follow through, more selling, right? So for tomorrow's session, guys, we need to watch this key level 382 to 380 on DIA, and I'll be looking to buy some dips on DIA if that holds right here, because that would be touching and hitting lower Bollinger Band, and in that case we can get a bounce back up to 385 easily. So that is the trade plan for tomorrow, at least on DIA. I did play today, made just a small amount of money here on DIA, getting some calls because it was only a dollar move to the upside. So I'm hoping for more money to come out of DIA trade tomorrow if the support can hold right here between 382 and 380. Gap fill reversal right here on DIA. Now to the upside, looks like it's going to open right here. So now there will be resistance at 384.58, I would say 385, and above that we have this gap from today, 387. We also have resistance at 389, 50 SMA, and once we get above that level, then we can talk about more upside on DIA. Not right now, as this thing comes down to this gap and possibly will hit lower Bollinger Band 380 tomorrow morning. On IWM, it's down 1.48%. So yesterday we actually shorted IWM, made some money, but imagine holding overnight. I mean, this thing almost getting down to this gap, and I think it's gonna happen, guys. Early as tomorrow morning, we could see IWM coming down and closing this gap at 200. I actually played some calls today and got nothing out of it. Only 7% profit because this thing cannot break 50 SMA, which is sitting at 202.85, and this is where IWM got rejected today and now trading at 202. So I think tomorrow, watch out for this gap to get filled at 200, and that should be a strong support. And below that, we also have support down here at 198. Now, things actually go back up. Here on IWM, it needs to get over 203. Once we get over this 50 SMA, then watch out for this gap on top, 204, and possibly can move higher up to 206. Until then, as long as IWM stays under 203 right here, 202.85 to be exact, 50 SMA, it's not looking bullish at all, and things can come down even more easily down to 198. On VIX is up over 10%, so massive rally on VIX, and just like I said before in my video, that low VIX does not mean that it's all bullish, right? Yes, low VIX means low fear. So the dollar also took off today, up 0.5%, and we got a big bullish engulfing candle, and looks like we might be out of the woods right here. It's trading above 105. So if that stands tomorrow and we can hold 105 here on dollar, things can push even higher, 105.69, and the next stop 106. Now we get a pullback here on dollar. There will be support at 104.75, 104.48, and then flat 104, lower Bollinger Band on this daily time frame. But with this bullish engulfing candle, we can get some follow through just like we did right here, or maybe even right here. So this thing can move even higher. Just watch the support 105, and then things can push even higher on dollar.